how's everyone doing? It's Professional here. So today I got another top 5 video for you guys on GTA Online. So the new update to GTA Online is probably coming out next week or the week after, but it's going to come out sometime in December. Now this new update is going to have Yusuf Amir and his cousin and a new salvage yard business. And in this video I'm going to basically be talking about the top 5 things that I think the update should and should not do. I do these for a lot of the updates that are coming out, as I talk about the things that I want to see and things that I personally don't want to see. And if you enjoy these videos and you like them, do drop a like. It does help the channel out a lot. But anyways, let's start the video. Top 5 things the salvage yard DLC should and shouldn't do. Starting off at number 5, we have add some kind of hunting animal activity. Animals are actually going to be coming into this DLC, which is kind of weird, because we haven't had any animal life in GTA Online in 10 years. We have had some rare instances in certain missions where animals are there, but nothing actually in free mode. The question is going to be whether the animals are only applying to land, or whether we will see also animals in the water. Are we going to be seeing sharks and fish in the water? Is that going to be there? But if it is going to be there, I'm really hoping to add some kind of activity with the animals, specifically hunting. I actually did kind of enjoy the hunting in GTA 5. Now, as for the hunting in GTA 5, you can only do it with Trevor, and it's when you meet Cletus, a random stranger. Some people absolutely love the hunting. Some people absolutely despise it. What I personally like about the hunting in GTA 5, while it's not perfect, is that you get higher points for getting heart shots. There is also wind on it, which is a little bit more different on shooting than typically, where the bullet will always go wherever you're aiming. And you also get more points depending on the animals that you kill, the weapon that you use. Sometimes Cletus will text you specific animals that he is looking for, but the reason that some people hate the hunting activity is because of this. Got it. Eventually, after hunting enough animals, what will happen is a cougar will spawn out of nowhere, and this will actually not appear on your map a lot of times, not until it's really close. It'll actually be coming up behind you really quietly, and it'll attack you. And then what will happen is the bills in the hospital actually are way more, typically $5,000, much more than whatever you were hunting. So you can spend some time hunting, and then you can pretty much lose all that money there. So I hope they had some kind of hunting activity, something to do in this regard, and at least some decent payouts. I'm not, expecting to become a millionaire from hunting in GTA Online, but I'm hoping that they at least add something to do with the animal life, that you can actually hunt them, maybe take some pictures, make some money from it. And also, as for the sea life, maybe they could add some kind of activity where you can find, like, certain treasure underwater. There's specific suitcases full of money, and maybe there's like sharks and you have to swim around them, avoid the sharks. I'm sure they could create something, but if you're going to add all this wildlife to the world, but you're not going to add any kind of activities of it, it kind of makes it boring, and I could see it also getting a little annoying. At number 4, we have add some new guns to this game. I also want to shout out my friend Gillymaster. He recently made a video talking about this as well, and we are pretty much both in agreement that there needs to be some new guns added to GTA Online. I'll also link his video down below. Make sure you check out his channel and subscribe to him. He's a great guy as well. But anyways, about these guns, is one great thing about the Ballad of Gay Tony is that the Ballad of Gay Tony had just so many guns. This is the same DLC that Yusuf Amir appeared in. There was the Golden Uzi, you had the suppressed P90, you had the light machine gun, you had the 44 automag pistol, the best pistol in all of GTA 4. You also had the advanced sniper rifle. So there was just so many guns that were added to this DLC. And let's not forget the best gun in the entire DLC, which was the explosive shotgun, the fully automatic AA-12, which basically came in 2 variants. You had the explosive shell variant, and then you had the regular shell variant. Now, the explosive shells, this was extremely effective, especially destroying vehicles and helicopters. Just take a look at this. It would instantly knock any NPC to the ground. If it didn't one-hit kill them, it would kill them on the second shot. It was just such a great shotgun. Now, I know that some people might be concerned with a gun like this being possibly overpowered, but I don't think that the AA-12 with explosive slugs, I don't think it'll be overpowered for two reasons. The first reason is because you would probably need to be close to the target to shoot them in the first place. So, assault rifles, light machine guns, even most SMGs are going to have way more range, even if it's some kind of explosive slug variant of it. Second reason is, if it's going to be an AA-12 of explosive slugs that will be added to GTA Online, then that AA-12, you would have to get the explosive slugs through your terabyte, through your gun workbench. So any type of gun workbench, that is where you would have to get the explosive slugs. So you can't just buy it from the interaction menu, so you have limited ammo. So I wouldn't be able to imagine people would be spamming it like crazy. It certainly wouldn't be as broken as things like the Oppressor Mark II. So, there's way more, broken, overpowered things in GTA Online than something potentially like that. But the gun that I personally want to see the most added to GTA Online is the Advanced Sniper Rifle. The Advanced Sniper Rifle is a gun that a lot of times people forget, and it's the best sniper rifle in all of GTA 4. Just take a look at how effective it is here.
I never should have worked with that guy.
What the pain you turned out to be.
This sniper rifle will one-hit kill most enemies. It is a bolt-action sniper rifle, which I think that GTA Online should get. We should get a good new sniper rifle, bolt-action, that's going to drop anybody in one shot. Now, if people have armor, then I guess they should be able to take 2 shots, but with full health, I think that this new sniper rifle, if it's added to GTA Online with this DLC, I think it should drop anybody one shot if they don't have armor on, and it's bolt action. So you'd have to cycle the bolt to cycle the next shot each time. So wouldn't have a fast fire rate. I can't possibly seeing it being overpowered. I can't see it being a weapon that people would abuse. But I have wanted a new sniper rifle added to GTA Online for so long. Remember that terrible bolt action rifle that we had added to GTA Online? Such a terrible weapon that I even forgot its name because I've never used it again. That's how bad of a gun that was. But we need new guns added to this game. We have way too many handguns in this game already. So many handguns that people don't use. We need something new, like possibly a new sniper rifle. I would love to see that. Next at number 3, we have no paywalls. A paywall is basically something that you would need to spend money on in order to be able to do another activity, basically having a chain of things that you constantly need to keep spending money on, and the purpose of this would be to maximize Rockstar's earning of microtransactions, specifically shark cards. Now look, I get it that we get free DLC because of shark cards. I don't deny that. And Rockstar does need to make some money on GTA Online. That's why they keep giving us this content. However, though, you can still make a good DLC where Rockstar as a developer will make money without, pissing off the players with making something extremely overpriced, things that players cannot afford. Now, with this DLC, I am concerned with potentially 2 things happening. The first thing is with this GTA Plus garage. This is pretty much has been confirmed. You get 100 extra garage space if you have GTA Plus now. While this isn't pay to win, this is, you're paying real money. You're paying, about $5 a month, and you have 100 extra car space storage. Now, I'm not going to go into specifics on GTA Plus, but I'm going to tell you, in my personal opinion, I'm completely against GTA Plus. I just don't think that it should be a feature in this game. I think that Rockstar's made enough money through shark cards. I just don't think that it's personally necessary. So, that's already in the game. There's nothing really we can do to possibly change Rockstar's mind on that. That is going to be a feature in the game. But the thing that I'm really concerned about them happening, this is way more than with that GTA Plus 100 car garage, is that they might require you to own several businesses in order to be able to own this salvage yard business, because there's a possibility the salvage yard business might be tied directly into import-export. If that is the case, I could see Rockstar doing something ridiculous where they tell you, oh, you need to own an office, and you need to own an import-export warehouse before you can buy the salvage yard business. And then people are going to need to shell out dozens of millions of dollars in order to be able to purchase this business. However, though, the bright side is that the last few DLCs have not been too expensive. Drug Wars, which is the last time that we had gotten a new business to GTA Online, Drug Wars was surprisingly a pretty affordable DLC. We didn't really have any paywalls in that DLC for the most part. You didn't really have anything overpowered. The van was actually not that expensive to upgrade itself. You didn't actually have to pay for the freak shop. This location, the salvage yard, looks like you will have to pay for the location, but hopefully, judging by the past DLCs not being too expensive, I don't think it'll be as bad. Certainly not as bad as Arena Wars, personally. I'm pretty sure that it will be fairly priced, but you just never know. So that's why I'm just putting that warning out. Moving on to number 2, we have Don't Make It Like Import-Export. Now, this is going to be a real challenge to make this DLC a bit different than Import-Export. So, this DLC, one thing that did stand out to me is that it says that you can scrap the car specifically for parts. And I wonder exactly how that would work. What will be the details in that? Because one of the things that annoys people so much about Import-Export is Import-Export, there's a lot of different missions, but typically a lot of the missions, when you're taking the car back, you do get chased by something, either if it's cars or if it's a helicopter. The worst is actually when the helicopter chases you, because the cars you can somewhat escape from, but the helicopters you have to either stop and shoot them down, which you're already taking a bunch of damage. But these helicopters, they catch up to you, they shoot up the car loses thousands of dollars in just a matter of seconds. People just get really annoyed. They feel like they're losing a ton of money on these missions. Now, I don't want to see a DLC, personally, where you just go from point A to point B, shoot a few guys, take the car, drive it back to the salvage yard, and then just sell it. I think that would personally be boring. It's basically the exact same thing that we've had with Import-Export. Now, how can they make this different? One massive mistake with Import-Export that I think they made is that they made the low tier, the mid-range, and the top-range cars. The reason that I think it's a mistake, personally, is because what happened is people would fill up their warehouses with all just low and mid-tier cars until they would only get top-range cars. Because if you fill up half of your warehouse with basically low and mid-tier cars, you only get top-range cars, which is what most people do. I do that as well. But the downside of this is that there's really no point in getting the other cars, and there's plenty of collections here, but these collections, when you really think about it, they're kind of pointless because people are just going to be going for top tier cars. Would you rather get a top tier car every time, or potentially risk getting one of these cars here for the collection? So I think, if anything, maybe they should have specific missions where you can choose what car you can go for instead of getting a random car. If you're looking for this specific car, it spawns here, you go for it here, you activate this mission, you get a collection going. Maybe certain cars you have to scrap for parts, and then you can sell it as like a big, group sell together. Maybe there's like a van you have to put with parts. Be a bit more creative. And I will also say this. Maybe they could add some kind of events to free mode. Some specific special cars. We already have certain cars that spawn that you can, steal and sell in free mode. But what if they add some specific cars to this DLC that spawns in free mode, and these cars are worth a good fortune of money, and it encourages basically friendly PvP, not toxic PvP between players, but something where players are actually fighting over the vehicle. It would actually somewhat encourage PvP and give you something a little bit more to do in the world in free mode. So that's basically what I say. I know it's going to be challenging making the DLC different than Import-Export because it is a car stealing DLC, but I'm sure they can think of something. And please don't link it to Import-Export. I think it should be separate from Import-Export, but that's just me. Let me know what you guys think on that. Before I reveal the number one thing that I think this DLC should do, I wanted to make a special mention. This is, I think, something that a lot of people have forgotten about, but the salvage yard actually already has a gang attack that spawns there. So remember how I said that Rockstar is running out of room to put these buildings because they have so many activities in so many places? This is a perfect example of that interfering with it. I don't normally support a developer removing content or deleting content from a game, but this gang attack should be deleted. It should be removed. And I'm telling you, if they remove this gang attack, barely anybody will care. I will not care at all. I will actually be happy. Still, some of these gang attacks are really annoying because these enemies have just such good aim, such precision aim. They will just instantly headshot you and they take a lot of rounds. Imagine if you're just trying to go to your salvage yard. You're trying to bring a car in and you just get shot up a bunch because it's a gang attack right outside. Or imagine you're trying to land your helicopter and all the enemies that are here attack you because of the gang attack. Just remove it. You can't have this gang attack that spawns right on top of a business because it's going to get annoying every single time you're trying to leave and enter the business. And the number one thing that I think this DLC should do, I think it's so important, is add Yusuf Amir.
Nice. Hey man, hey nigga, what's up? What's up? So glad you could make it, man. Seriously, fucking A. For real, man. Yep.
You okay, bro?
No, I'm fine, man. I got a couple of bitches upstairs, hot ones, not cheap.
Nice.
Hey man, you want to join in?
No, I'm cool, man. Cool.
Yeah, of course. Oh, to be honest, anyway, after I finish with them, they'll be out of commission anyway. I'll bang them to pieces. After I finish with them, they look like they've been dragged through the fucking desert.
Oh, wow, good for you, man. Good for you. Listen, so what'd you want?
You see this city? I own it. Everything. Seriously.
Really?
No. But one day.
That's right, this DLC needs to have Yusuf Amir in it. Now, I know some people are going to say to me, but Professional, it's already confirmed Yusuf Amir is in the DLC. Well, sort of. Remember what I said, that Yusuf Amir is already technically in GTA Online before this DLC. If you actually go to the collections for the import-export, it actually says the Sultan of Amir that wants to buy 2 specific rare cars that you can find in import-export. So, he's been on the list in the game, but he hasn't actually physically been there. And that is what I am really scared with this DLC. What I'm really scared of them doing with this DLC is I'm scared that Yusuf is only going to appear maybe in like an email, a text message, maybe one phone call, or maybe even just one cutscene, and you will never see him again. In fact, it seems like Yusuf's cousin is going to be the main guy that you talk to in this DLC. Now look, I don't mind at all if Yusuf has a cousin that we interact with. That's fine with me. I don't have an issue with that. But my issue with this would be if Yusuf's cousin is just there the entire time and we're barely dealing with Yusuf, because we want to deal with Yusuf Amir. We don't want to deal with Yusuf's cousin. Yusuf Amir is one of the greatest GTA characters of all time. He's such a popular character. He is the most popular character in the Ballad of Gay Tony. So many fans love him, and we need this same Yusuf Amir. I hope it's the exact same voice actor. I hope it's not just one cutscene and you never see him again. I hope it's not like Guido Martelli in Red Dead Online, where you only see him in one cutscene and you never see him again, even though they hyped him up to be this big, badass gangster. Yusuf was funny, charismatic, he had style, and not only that, he was extremely rich, one of the richest characters in the GTA universe. Very, very unique character, and we hope that that character is the one that we see in this DLC. Not some random text message Yusuf, not some one single phone call Yusuf, but him. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, do drop a like, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day, guys.